Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to another Monday Night Live with Cassie. I'm Cassie with Created by Cassie, and I'm so thankful that you're choosing to spend your time with me tonight. Today has just been a crazy day, guys. Just crazy. So if my live is a little off, it's been a crazy day. So give me some grace, please. All right, let me see if I can get up my Facebook here so that I can see what is happening. Let's see. How have you guys been? I hope you guys had a great day. Mine has been crazy. There it is. Got it. Goodness gracious. All right. Welcome. I'm Cassie with Created by Cassie, and if this is your first time watching me or tuning in, go ahead and put this emoji down in the comments so that I can say hello and welcome you to my channel. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. All right. The first thing I wanted to go over is I am starting a new little series. It's going to be like a sporadic series, but it is called Artistically Cassie. And if you guys have been around for any amount of time here, you know that I love to make my cards into art. That's just like my little thing that I just like to do. And so I thought it would be really fun to do a kind of like a little series on the side, YouTube only videos. And they're just going to be sporadic and really cool, different types of designs. I'm not going to have any, I'm going to use retired Stampin' Up stuff, current Stampin' Up stuff, just all the things. It's for me to be able to be creative, and I thought that I would show you guys what I create along the way. Keep a watch out for that. I posted my first Artistically Cassie video yesterday. It is a gift card purse. It's one of my absolute favorite things to make. So definitely go over on the channel. I also have it linked down in the description. It's like the first little section there. And you can go and go look at that after you watch this video. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead, like and subscribe. I would love for you to join my channel. I have finished the project for my YouTube goal that I met. So I do have that project completed. I am working on getting a date for that. It's probably going to be towards the end of the month. Next week, I will be going actually with my upline, Jen Chow. She earned the incentive trip. So, hey, Jen, how are you doing? So I will be going to Disney with her next week. So I was thinking I'm going to wait until I get back and kind of see how everything goes. But I do have that created and ready to go. So I will be letting you guys know within the next week or so the date for that. So keep a watch out for that. Also, if you love these videos, I have a playlist that's also linked down in the description. And then I would love to send you a card in the mail. So there's also a link in the description that you can sign up for my email list. And you can also sign up for my birthday card list, and I will send you a birthday card. It's just your birth month and birthday, and so I would love to send you a card. Oh, and I do want to mention also with my Artistically Cassie, I will be sending out like a little recipe card on each of those items that I create exclusively for my email list. So if you want to get the recipe card, which has kind of like the rundown of kind of like how I created it, the measurements and everything, make sure you are subscribed to my email list, because that will be exclusively through my email list. All right, and then my ordering special today for this week is the same as usual, $45. You will get the projects from tonight for free. And if you spend $50 or more, then I will throw in a free gift from me. And that goes from today through Sunday, which is May 11th. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So tonight my bundle that I chose is Notes and Totes. This is such a cute bundle, guys. I have had so much fun playing with it. I haven't gotten to play with it as long as I wanted to. Life, just gets in the way. Not enough hours in the day. But I have created some really, really cute things that I think you're going to love. So let me go ahead and point you down and show you this really cool bundle. So this is the stamp set. The sun is coming in, so I apologize for that glare there. So we have Sending Warm Wishes, Just a Note, which is, notes, totes. I thought that was clever. You Earned It, Relax and Enjoy, Newsflash, You're Fabulous. I love that one. That's so fun. Exclusive, Made Just for You. That's really cool too. And So Grateful, A True Story. So it has really cute sentiments in it. You get this really nice flower that you can put like in your background. We're actually going to do that tonight. You got a sun. I'm pretty sure these are little raindrops. I thought those were really cute. And this is a flower of some sort. I was playing around with this, but I wasn't inspired enough to keep going with it. But I do like these little dots here. It's almost like sand, is what I thought. So this is the bundle here. So it's a photopolymer, and then we have our dies. And guys, I lost a die. Can you believe that? I don't know where it went. I was using it last night, and I cannot find it. It's the little tag. Naturally, it's the small one. I'm hoping I will find it. But we have, this goes for the purse, for the bottom of the purse to kind of like give it like a stitching look. This is if you want to do like a fence, you can do that to hang your purse on. This will do a pocket for your purse. These little things are like to put on the handle, which this is the handle. It also gives you a little scarf you can cut out. Such cute stuff. It has a little water bottle right here, like your little lotion, and then sunscreen. And we got some cute little like a little shell here, and that's a starfish. And my favorite is the sunglasses. Oh, they're so cute. And then this is also a handle that you can use. So there's two handles in this. I think that's really nice because it gives you options, and we all like options, right? I know I have my magnetic bowl out, Jen. It's right here. It's full of all kinds of stuff, and it's not in there. I did find the starfish on the bottom of the bowl. Hopefully it'll turn up. I'm not sure. Everything was all across my desk, and so it's somewhere. It's somewhere. As long as Dublin didn't get it, my dog. He was chewing on something earlier, but I thought it was his collar, but maybe it was my die. I'm hoping it wasn't, though. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first project is this cute little purse. Is this not the cutest thing ever? I love it. And this is the one we're going to make tonight. I made a couple of them, but look, you can put your gift card in here. Isn't that so cute? I love it. So you can put your gift card in here, and you can fill it with candy or anything, special to add, with the gift card that you're giving. So I made one out of gold. Isn't that so cute? These are the tags, which I lost the die for now. Fingers crossed I find it. I have this one with some of our new paper that's coming out. It's like my favorite paper ever. It's our this is Pretty in Pink, and oh, it's so cute. I love it. I love these little sunglasses, and naturally, I had to use ribbon on these. This is the paper handle that you can die cut out, but I loved the the ribbon on the handles. This is how it's going to look if you do glimmer paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the shimmer on that. Can you tell I had fun with this? And then this is actually, this is just basic white cardstock, and I use the blending brush with Summer Splash and Petunia Pop to create that kind of effect there. I thought that was so cute. And then the little glasses are rimmed in gold. And then Jen, this is yours. I'm bringing it tomorrow. Isn't this gorgeous? So stinking pretty. I love it. I might have to make this color for myself. But I couldn't, when I was looking for this, the purple, I saw this in my stash too, and I was like, oh, I have to make that for Jen. So you're getting this tomorrow. So cute. I love it. And all of them, you can put the card in the back, and I'm going to show you how I did that. Made that little pocket. It goes just right in between this, the colored cardstock, and then like the shimmer. So cute, right? That's just my business card because I didn't have a gift card on me. All right, so we're going to make this one tonight. I just wanted to give options and show you guys what you can do. Oh, also you can do different, because I did these little tags. This is some leftover paper pumpkin rose gold twine. So you can definitely, you might be able to see it a little bit better here, the pink on it. So you can use whatever you have in your stash to create this. It's really fun. They are so cute. All right, so this one's a pretty simple one. So thankfully I had already cut these tags out. All right, so we are going to use our dies. Hi Tisha, how are you doing? Welcome. So this is the die that's going to make the purse. This is the top and this is the bottom. So when it die cuts out, it's going to cut like this, and it does give you those score lines, which is really cool. I love it. And this is our new paper coming out tomorrow. So excited that the annual catalog and online exclusives are coming out tomorrow. I can't wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burnish, and I do recommend burnishing these because you really want that crisp edge on these. And it has like a little score here as well as a score right in here. That's going to allow us to make this into like a 3D, which is so much fun. They had these this bundle at On Stage, and oh, it was so cool. They did one where you have it popped up in the middle of the card. Oh, it's so cute. I didn't get to play with that part yet. All right, so this is how it's going to look when you have it burnished. See how it's kind of like almost like a little box. And so you do 2 pieces of whatever the outer part that you want, whatever that color is that you want, or paper. For this, I chose the foil because I thought it was so pretty. And this is our new strawberry slush color, and this is a bit dark for me. This version of it came out really dark, and so I was like, this is perfect because I can play with it and not feel bad if I mess it up, because I can always cut it up if I mess it up. All right, so what I did next, I took some tear and tape, and what I'm going to do is find the end here. I'm getting close to the bottom of this one, and I keep losing the end on it. So I'm going to look at these and make sure I know which one I want to be the front, just to make sure I think I want this one to be the front. Just so you know, if there's an imperfection in one of them, you can just pick the other one to be in the front. So I'm just going to put some of that tear and tape down on this piece right here. I'm going to push that down really well, and I'm going to grab my little tool here. We have a tool like this on my online store. It is a take your pick tool. I just use this one because it has these little divots here, and it is easier for me to hold on to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this part here and I'm going to attach it here. So I'm just going to line them up and then press down. So they're going to be attached at this bottom piece right here. Then I'm just going to push these guys in. I had a hard time with these fellas. I just kind of like let them do their thing. I didn't glue them or anything. All right, I'm going to put, this was my front, right? Nope, that's the back. This is the front. I'm going to put my tear and tape on the front piece because in case I get it, if I get it over the edge here, I'd rather it be showing to the back. So I want to put the tear and tape here on the front piece, just in case. You never know. And I thought about using liquid glue, but with the foil, I just didn't think it was gonna stick. So I said, let's just use tear and tape. There we go. Okay, tear that sucker off there. I didn't get that on there very good, did I? Let's see. This tear and tape is really sticky, which is good. All right, there we go. Then what I did, made sure I have it pressed down really well. I'm just gonna take off the paper here, and I'm gonna put this side against this side. Just line it up so they're equal, they're even. Right along here, see how it's even? And then I'm just going to push on the inside here, and then I'm going to actually close it a little bit and push down. It will pop right back out. Just want to make sure that that is really adhered. And then I'm going to do this side over here. It's really easy to get this tear and tape off with the backing of it with your take your pick tool. So I'm going to line these up, get this together here, there we go, and then just smush it together. That's one thing with this paper, this foil, it was really good at popping back, and it didn't make any dents or anything. All right, next this is, which is this? This is Petal Pink. And I cut 2 more out of these, but I'm gonna cut them up here. So what I'm gonna do is, grab my scissors here, got my charm on here. I am going to cut this bottom piece here at an angle on each side. Just cut that piece off. Cut this off. And then I'm going to cut this part off. I'm going to leave this part on, but I'm just going to cut this section off here because I want it to fit on the inside. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Okay, and I'm going to do that again over on this one. So I'm just going to cut these at an angle at the bottom, and that's just this is just so it's going to fit inside here nice and snug. There we go, and there. All right, now I think somebody's at my door. I heard something. I'm going to burnish these bottoms here. Yep, they'll fit. All right, so I'm going to take a little piece of tear and tape, and I'm going to stick it right under here. Let me get my little tool here. Yeah, I think that was somebody at the door. I've been having a lot of solicitors lately. Have you guys had a lot of solicitors? I have a sign now up on my door that says no soliciting, like literally on the door at eye level to say no soliciting. All right, so I have the tear and tape here, and that is so that it's going to stick at the bottom. So I'm going to make sure this is the back over here. So I'm going to take this as the front, and I'm just going to loosely, I'm not going to burnish this one, and I'm just going to stick it on this side. So we have these little tabs, these right here that we stuck together. I'm going to stick one on this side and one on that side. So this one's just going to go on this side here, and I'm just going to slide it in, and then I just want to push down just a little bit on that piece. You don't want it to go all the way down because you want a little bit of a lip right there, you see? And then once we get it where we want, I am just going to grab a glue dot. And this is a pro tip. If you want to keep up with these glue dot pages because they're clear, put a little clip on them. I can find them now. I don't lose them as easy. And I'm just going to, oh, I didn't take that paper off. I'm just going to stick it down inside here, and that's just so it's not going to slide right out. Because when we put our card in there, we want to make sure that it stays. There we go. So now it's stuck in there. So now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Loosely do that. I'm just going to put a tiny piece of tear and tape here because this one will stay much easier. I always have a hard time with this backing unless I use my little tool. I didn't press down hard enough on that one. All right, there we go. So just a tiny bit of tear and tape, and I'm going to put this one down the back side here, and it just fits and slides right in there. And press that down. Isn't that cute? And that was the back side, so it's this one. So I'm going to take a glue dot, and really for this one you can keep it with just the one because it's pretty stuck now that you've got the two of them kind of sandwiched together against that the seam down here. But just to make sure, I'm going to put one more on this side. You can also squeeze a little bit of glue. That was just a bit messy when I tried that, so I was like, I'll just do glue dot. And that's the outer part of it. Isn't that so cute? And this is how you make that pocket that you can just slide your card right down there. Isn't that cute? And if it's a little bit bigger of a card, you can, I don't think this one will do it because it's too big, but you can also make it a little bit longer, like larger or wider. This one's a little too big, but you can do it that way as well. I just liked it. I thought it was cute up and down. All right, now let me get this stuff out of the way. All right, so now we're gonna put these tags on some gold threaded twine, I think is what this is called. I'm just going to cut a little piece. I'm going to have it looped. Loop it just like this. And on the side where the loop is right, can you see that? There you go. The side where the loop is, that's where I'm going to put it through the hole in the little tags. There's one. And I did this because it's actually easier to get it in this way. If you do it even with one edge of, or one end of the piece of twine, it is just really difficult to get it through. Alright, so I'm going to open the loop and I'm just going to pull that piece, that tail through, so it makes this really pretty, see if you can see that, this little pretty knot right there. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite things in the craft room, some tape, and this is the front, that's the back, this is the front. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to put it kind of where I want it to hang. I'm going to slide that down there, and then I'm just going to tape it down. And then I'm going to cut the excess off. Perfect. And you can leave it where it hangs, or you can put glue dots on it, and that's what I did, just so that it could be, you could see how it looks. And I also, because if you see on here, whoops, they are separated right there. I did that with a glue dot. I just put the, come here, I just put the glue dot on the white tag, and then I just attached them together like that, just so that they looked, you could see them both. And then I just took a little glue dot and stuck it on the back of the white one, and then just kind of stuck it right there so that you can see it. Then I'm going to grab a little tear and tape, and we're going to put these handles on. I thought it was really pretty with the black cardstock here. And the thing that I like about the tear and tape on this is it's easy to, if it goes over the edge, it's really easy to pull, like push it over the to the back. It doesn't, it's not like when you do liquid glue and it, once it's there, it's stuck and it's messy. With the tear and tape, it's much easier. Hi Amy, how are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm working with the Notes and Totes bundle. So see there, let's see. You see how it kind of goes over the edge right there? I can just move that onto the front, and then we're not going to see it. Like you can kind of see it here. It will just move right around and get on the back. Whereas when I was trying to use glue, whew, that glue got everywhere. And especially with the black, it you saw it. I am just going to center this here, just like that, and then push down. Isn't that cute? So then I'm going to do the same to this. Let's cut that in half, because these are little. It doesn't take much of the tear and tape on here. There we go. Take these off. There we go. And this one. And then I'm just going to make sure there's no tear and tape showing. And then I'm going to flip this to the back, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to center it and then push down. Isn't that cute? Then what I used was one of my favorite ribbons is the scalloped petal pink ribbon. And I'm just going to pull a little bit out here. And I say use a little bit more, because when I was trying to work with it, it was hard when I used just a little bit. So those are not the right scissors for that. Okay. So I'm just going to loop it, and I'm going to pull it through here and just do a little knot, and then I'm just going to gently tighten that knot. Since it's paper, there we go. I've got to go pretty gently there. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Then once you get that where you kind of want it, you just take the correct scissors and just cut your little corners. So cute, right? I love the petal pink with this. And then we can't forget sunglasses, right? Excuse me. So I have petal pink for the back part of it, and then this is our gold foil. And what I actually did with this, and I cannot find my, I'm sensing a theme here, I'm losing stuff. I can't find my tape runner. This is the only one I could find. It's somewhere. It's what I get for reorganizing, right? So I'm just going to take my silicone mat here. And this was the easiest way if I didn't use, because I don't think this one I used. Yeah, this one I didn't use the tape before I cut it out. So I'm just going to put just a little bit on the sides there. And then because it's on the silicone mat, it will show, it won't stick to it. It'll stick to the back, but it won't stick to the outer part. And then grab this, and I'm just going to line it up here. And the best way to do this is to put your adhesive sheet on before you cut it, but yeah, I forgot. So this is my workaround. Isn't that cute? Love it. Then, let's see. Oh, I ran out of dimensionals. I need to get another one. Let's see. Got a new pack here. I love opening new dimensionals. Do you guys? I always think it's so fun. All right. And I took one dimensional and I cut it in half. You could also use a mini dimensional. And this is the back of the sunglasses, and I'm just going to put one on each. And then take those off. And I'm just going to stick it right on here. Kind of like they're hanging off the side. Isn't that cute? So that is our first project. Pretty simple, right? I love it. It's so cute. And they will stack inside each other. So, so cute. All right. Put that one over there. The next project is a card. And let's see. It is this one. This is probably my favorite project. This is our card. Isn't that gorgeous? And I don't know if you can tell. Yep, you can see it. I use the eyelet embossing folder, and I'm going to tell you how I did this because it was hard to do that. And this is the gold foil, and then the gold foil on here. And you can't probably, yeah, you can. You see the inside of the glass there, the glasses. I used our window sheets in there. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to show you how I did this. Oh, and if you look at the ribbon here, I colored this ribbon as well because I could not find. Hi, Suzanne. Welcome. So great that you can join us tonight. All right, so I got all my parts here. Let's hope I don't lose anything. All right, so first I have, I'm going to do it slightly different to a different color so you can kind of see a variation. How easy it is to go from one color to another. So I'm going to burnish this. And then I have a piece of basic white that is going to go here. And then this is the Unbounded Beauty paper I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not Unbounded Love, because Unbounded Love is the die set, so it's Unbounded Beauty. Love this paper. I just use this paper for our team make and takes. It's one of my favorite papers. I love it. So pretty. I'm just going to center this on this basic white. I love these colors together. Petunia Pop and Summer Splash are just, oh, they're so pretty. All right, so I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. Let's see. Oh, I pulled one off. We'll use that one next. I pulled a thing off of this one on accident. Sometimes they do that. They get stuck. There we go. Stick that one there. And I'm going to pop this up on the card to kind of give it some extra dimension. Pull these off. I got that one right. Yep. There we go. Then I'm just going to, I want it this way. I'm just going to center this right in the card base like that. Isn't that cute? And then to start with our bag here, what I did was I started by embossing my piece of cardstock. So if you can see here, it's embossed with the eyelet embossing folder. If you cut this out first and then emboss, you're not going to have your score lines. The score lines are going to go away. It does kind of push down a little bit, if you can kind of tell, the eyelet, but I actually really like it like that. It makes it a lot less, a lot more subtle, instead of, you know, popping out so much. But you still can see it on there, and if you wanted to, you could go over with your blending brush to kind of accentuate it a little bit. But I liked that technique. I thought that was, it was a happy accident actually, because I was like, well, I'm just going to use this piece that I already embossed on, because I wasn't sure if I was going to like that color. I was like, I'll just use this one just in case I don't like it. And then I was like, oh wow, that's really pretty. All right, so I'm only going to score on these score lines. I'm not going to score these. And then I'm going to score the bottom here. Let's see. Get this score line going here. There we go. And then I'm going to burnish this. And then I'm just going to cut this little corner off here because I don't need that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this bottom piece up and then pop these two in just like that. Then I'm just going to grab a piece of tape and I'm going to put it across the bottom here, so it's going to hold the sides, the bottom, both sides and the bottom there, so it's going to stay together. And then you've got your little bag going on there. Isn't that cute? All right, so for the ribbon, I used the white, what is this? Which one is this? The lint ribbon? It's this one right here. It's kind of got like a fun texture to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of measure out from top to bottom here. I'm going to leave a little bit extra because I want to have enough to stick it behind. So I'm going to measure 2 of those. And then I'm going to kind of measure a piece that I'm going to use for my handle here. So I kind of want it like that. So I'm going to cut it maybe here. Then I'm going to grab, let's just use the back of this. No, that's kind of slick. Let me grab my stamp off paper here, because I'm going to color this cover this ribbon. All right, so I'm going to use my light summer splash, and I'm going to use the brush end, but I'm going to color it from the side, like not on a solid line, like a skinny line, not that with the tip, but with the side of it. And I might need to get a new summer splash. I just had to do my petunia pop. And I'm just going to color just across this. It doesn't take too much. But it's so fun to do it like this because you get whatever color you want. It's white, and then you change it to whatever color you want it to be. And again, I'm just using the side here because I don't want to mess up my brush. And then we're going to do this one here. And for this one, I use the petunia pop. So that's how the petunia pop, and that's the light petunia pop. I tried it with the dark, and I was like, oh wow, that's dark. So I recommend going with the lighter of the blends. There we go. Pretty simple, right? All right, so I'm going to get my bag here, and I'm going to start with this one here, and I'm just going to put this down. I meant to do this white. Why didn't I do this one white? Let's do white ribbon on it. I didn't realize I forgot to do it white, I guess. But this is how you do the ribbon, the colored ribbon. You're not going to see it on here though. We'll do the colored on the top, and then I'll do the white. It was supposed to be a white bag. Told you guys, it was a day. Alright, so we'll cut 2 of these. I can make another one with that. Alright, yeah, because you'll see this much easier. Alright, so I'm just going to pull this over, grab some tape here, and then I'm just going to tape that down. I'm going to pull it down and look at it to make sure that it looks pretty straight, and then flip it over. And tape it down. And I'm going to do the same over here. And I'm going to kind of try to get it the same width as the other side as best I can. Put that there. If you don't have tape in your craft room, you need some. You can always use tape. Alright, so this one, whoops, come back here. I'm going to stick this one here. So we've got our sides of our bag here, and then I'm going to use the colored piece that I did on the top. And all I did for that, grabbed another piece of tape. I'm going to line it up with the piece of ribbon that's already there, and then tape that down, and then I'm just going to kind of curve it around how I want it to look, and then I'm going to get it to the, like the height that I want it to be. And when I kind of get that, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to line it back up with that other side of the ribbon and tape that down as well. Isn't that cute? Cute little bag there. So we can now attach this guy. Is this the right side? Yep. We're going to attach this with some dimensionals. One of my favorite things. I love dimensionals. Whoops. There we go. So cute. I love this little bag. It's so, you can do it in so many different ways. Do so much with this this bundle. And I just kind of put this kind of to the side here, like that. Press that down. Then I used my rose gold leftover foil because I had it sitting next to me, so I didn't have to get up and get more gold. I use gold here. This is the rose gold. We used to have that. So for the this is like the water bottle. I got this piece right here. I cut it out of Petunia Pop, but I only cut the top part because I only want the lid. Because if you see here, I did the gold here, but I put the lid as the purple, the Petunia Pop there. So, and this is really easy because it actually has a slit in there. So it's really just only two little tiny pieces on the side that you have to cut. And then I just stuck a tiny bit of glue because on foil it gets messy quick. Whoops. Glad that didn't go upside down. And then I'm just going to take this Petunia Pop piece and stick it down and make sure it's where I want it. Yep. Then I'm going to make the little lotion bottle. So for this one I used I wanted to see which one I wanted to use. If I wanted to use Pretty in Pink or Petunia Pop. I think I want to use Petunia Pop. So I think you can see it a little bit better. So I did the Petunia Pop bottle, and then I did it the same as I did the other, but I did this in basic beige, and I only did part of the top. And this is the same. It only has two little tiny pieces attaching it to that piece. And just gonna stick a tiny bit of glue. You can also use your not a dimensional egg glue dot or your seal, however you like to get your pieces glued on. Isn't that cute? Just kind of makes it look like an actual bottle. And then what I did was I took where are they? A dimensional for each. So I'm just going to put one. Aren't they so cute? Yeah, Jen, I love these little things. They're so adorable. I really need to find the tag because that's adorable too. And I was going to go back and put a tag on this, but I was like, I don't know where I lost it. It's somewhere. I'll find it. All right, so I just have one dimensional because this is going to kind of like be shoved down there, so we don't need to have a lot, just the one. I'm just going to stick that popping out right there. And then I'm going to do the same with the lotion bottle. I'm guessing it's lotion because the other one is the sunscreen. I guess maybe does sunscreen come in a bottle like this? All right. So I have them kind of coming out like that. Isn't that cute? Oh, they're so adorable. Then we have to do our glasses. I'm going to show you how I did this. And I think I got smart on this one and I put the adhesive sheet on this one, right? Yes, I did. Aren't I smart? All right, so I cut out with this is the die to do the sunglasses. So this is going to do your back, the full color piece. That's this part of the die here. And then to get the outer part, it's this one where it cuts the middle out, which it's actually kind of fun because you get all these little tiny hearts. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but you get all these little tiny hearts. I got a ton of them. So I did the cardstock with the full piece, as well as I did our window sheets with that full piece. Let's see if you can see that on color here. Sort of. Be back. There you go. See, so I did it the full this full one right here. And how I did this was I took my silicone mat again, and I'm going to see which side is the back. This is the back. And took my seal, which is somewhere, so this is my random one I found. And I just stick it on these little pieces on the outside. You don't need much, because it'll stick. And I'm gonna take the the petunia pop, or do I want to do, I gave myself options. Oh, I think I want to do that one. Let's do the pretty in pink. That one's pretty. And I'm just going to line up the little knot down here. I don't really know what that is. I guess it's just for, it's because I don't think that's really on sunglasses. All right, and then it's stuck on there. You can see. And then I'm going to take the gold, and I got smart. I put the adhesive sheet on this one. And I'm just going to line this one up. And then we've got our little sunglasses. How cute are those? And they have that little shine on them because they've got the window sheet in there. So darn cute. Alright, so where are my dimensionals? So I did, same as I did earlier, I got one dimensional and I cut it in half. And I put one on each side. Let's see. Pull these off. Whoops. I don't want to pull that off. There we go. Really sticky dimensionals here. And I'm just going to take this and kind of put it to the side. So it kind of looks like it's, like the other one, it kind of looks like it's hanging over the side there. Then I have, let's do our sentiment first. And I think I forgot to cut my sentiment piece. So we'll do that right now. I used, that is bubble bath, right? Yeah, bubble bath. So I used bubble bath, and I used the Summer Splash, which is somewhere over here. Here it is. This is how I keep my scraps organized. Let's do this one. Alright, so I am going to stamp the Just a Note stamp from our bundle in, that is Berry Burst, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that looks Berry Burst. Stuck to my table here. Alright, so I'm going to stamp that right here. I'll hold it for a second because the darker colors need a little bit of extra time to sit. I think I need to re-ink my Berry Burst. It's a little bit light. Alright, and then let's grab the trimmer. And I'm just going to, let's see, cut that to 2. Perfect. So then this one will be 2 1/4, because I'm going to do a quarter border. And then what is this? That is 1 1/2. So we're going to go 1 3/4. There we go. That's not right. 2 1/4. What was that doing? Is that right? That's right, right? Yeah, that's it. 2 1/4. I think I did the same side. Yeah, that's right. Alright, I'm going to push them out the side. I always have trouble getting them off the trimmer there. Yeah, That's cute. Okay. And then I just glued this. Oh man, I left my glue open. I hope it works. Yep, good. I'm a big offender of leaving my glue open. I'm going to flip this over because I have a little spot on that front. And I'm just going to glue this with my green glue, liquid glue, right onto that Summer Splash. And then this is going to go right here. Guess I could have done white. And I'm just going to put a dimensional on this side and this side, because up here it's stuck on the, it's going to be sitting on top of the bag, so it doesn't need one. Right, so here, down here, and here. Take those off. Then I'm just gonna want it. Yeah, I kind of want it to the side. That's kind of cute too. Let's see. I just don't want it over the side there. Let's go like that. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of glue and just stick a little dot under here, and then hold it down so it'll stay right there. And then I just put the little starfish. So I did one of each color. So I have, this would look good up here. Where's the white one? Here's the white one. The white one will go here. And then let's do the petunia pop right there. And I just put a little dot of glue in the middle, and then set it down on the spot I wanted it to be glued to. Hi Natalie, thank you so much. So glad that you could join us tonight. All right, and whoops, I'm gonna stick this one right here. Just like that. Isn't that so cute? And I love the little window sheets inside the glasses. It gives that extra shine, that extra shimmer. And then to embellish, I used the Riverside Irregular Pearls, but I used the white ones because I don't use the white ones apparently, but it was perfect for this this card. So I'm going to use one of the large ones and stick that right here, and then two of these smaller ones. These are really nice and shimmery too. I'll put that one there. And that is our second project. First card, second project. Isn't that so cute? And this was the original. So see how different it can look when you change the colors up? So cute. I love this bundle so much. All right. The next one is really pretty simple. It's similar, but isn't this fun? I tried to use, I've been trying to use my Delightfully Floral paper up, but isn't that so pretty? I liked the difference in the colors, and this one I did slightly different. Hi Nancy, how are you doing? Welcome. All right, so let's, this one I'm gonna do, you guys can let me know if you like me doing them slightly different. I always think it's kind of fun because then you can see like the different ways that you can, color combinations. All right, so this is Old Olive. This is the same, this is Early Espresso. And then I just switched the DSP to this piece. I love this piece, it's so pretty. And I just glued this down. I thought this was a nice pairing with, I know these are not cherry blossoms, but it just made me think of kind of cherry blossoms with it. Let's see if I get my glue to work. There we go. Well, maybe. Because I left it open. I'm trying to get better about that, but I still forget. Come on. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to center this in the early espresso, and I did about a 1/4 of an inch. I think I went slightly under a 1/4 of an inch border. Isn't that so pretty? It's going to be so pretty off that old olive. And then I'm just going to grab a couple dimensionals here. Stick these on. One in the middle, just to make sure we don't sag the middle of our card, since we got a lot going on. All right, and then I'm just going to center this here. This is the, yeah. Center that. Whoops. Okay, just like that. Then I have another piece of early espresso, and then a piece of lemon lolly. Whoop, get that off there. And that's just going to go the same way. I'm going to glue it down. And then I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. I love these colors together. They're so pretty. And this is such a fun color combination, I think. I'm just gonna center this. Is that centered? It's off. Let's see. It's easier when I look at it straight on. There we go. And then this is our new, one of our new in colors. This is the strawberry slush. I always want to call it strawberry splash. This one is also has that embossing technique. If you've joined after I had gone over that, what I did was I embossed with the eyelet embossing folder first, and then I ran it through and cut out the die cut, and that allowed that embossing to stay there. It does put it down a little, like pushes it down a little bit, but it's still there, and you can really see it. It just pops that color off the paper. You can also use your blending brushes to accentuate it even more. Did I get that on the score line? Yeah. I'm just gonna score just that out the inner score line, and then I'm gonna cut this piece off the bottom because I don't need it. And then, whoops, I'm going to push this up here and burnish it so that it stays, and then I do the same thing. I'm going to pull those together and then tape it down. And then we've got our ribbon again. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut a couple pieces. I love making the bag look like this. It's just so pretty. And then we need one for our top. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line it up here on the side, flip it around the back, stick a little piece of tape. Oops, I got that off the side. Let me cut that piece off. Got extra tape over there. There we go. Stay stuck. All right. Then I'm going to just bring it to the front and eyeball it. Make sure it looks straight. And then I'm just going to flip it around. Oops, I moved it. And then tape this side as well. I love tape, can you tell? And then, yep, this is a smaller one. I'm going to make, see if I can get the two sides to be similar in width. So cute. I love doing these bags this way. It's adorable. There we go. And then pull that around. And the handle is really simple because you just line it up with the pieces you've already got going on. Whoops. This one's easier to stick it down. So for the top, yep, this is the top. I'm going to line it up with the piece that is already there. I'm going to cut this in half. There we go. And then, if I can get it, I'm going to tape that down. And then I'm going to just kind of look, make sure that it is lined up here. And then tape that down, and then I'm going to just cut this little bit of excess off. So there we have our little bag. So cute. Look at that color popping off of there. I love that. That's so fun. You guys like this color combination? It's a bit different, but it's really pretty. I've been trying to kind of go outside my bubble and do different colors that I might not normally do, because I like my bubble a lot. But it's fun to get outside your bubble sometimes. All right, and stick this one to the side. And then we've got our water bottle. This is the bubble bath. Yep, bubble bath. And I did a basic white for the top here. So I just thought they looked better when they had more than one color on them. But you can keep it the same color. And these have a little extra piece on when it die cuts. I don't know how you use it. I couldn't figure it out. It's this it's this piece here. It comes out with that with the die. If you guys know how to use it, let me know, because I couldn't figure it out. It somehow goes on. Actually, I still got a piece in there. It somehow goes on there, but I don't know how it goes on there. I couldn't figure it out. So I just didn't use that piece. I'm sure it's simple to use. I just couldn't figure it out. Come on, glue. All right, stick this on here. Oh, that's so cute. And then I just put one dimensional, since it's going to go underneath the bag. Pull that off so I can get this up. You can also run this through your embossing as well if you want to kind of get it a different texture on it. I'm just going to stick that down there. Isn't that cute? And I can't do the tags because I lost my die. So we have to skip that part. But we're going to do our sunglasses. Let's do this one, the bubble bath. I am going to find that die. It is somewhere around here. I just couldn't find it when I went to go cut this one. It'll turn up. I'm gonna be positive, right? It's gonna turn up. I don't normally lose dies because I use my magnetic bowl, but I guess I didn't. Oh wait, I did that backward, didn't I? That's okay. That's the front. This is the back. Actually, I can't tell. It's probably the same on each side. Whoops. So I just put a little bit of the tape runner on here. I've also misplaced my, it might be in my to-go bag that I use for our team meetings. It might be still in there. I could have sworn I took it out though. And then, whoops, this is the rose gold, which is, I just have a bunch of it still, but it's retired. And I put the adhesive sheet on this one. I'm just going to line this up. Whoops. Come off. I think that's one thing with the window sheets is it allows you to pull it up if you need to a little bit. There we go. Aren't they cute? It's got that little glass look in it. Whoops. Sticking to me. Stay. And going to cut this in half. Whoops. Stick one here. One here. Oop, it came off. How did you come off? There we go. Take this piece off and, whoops, have this coming down the side here. Isn't that cute? I just love these sunglasses. I think that might be my favorite part of this bundle. And then for this one, I did So Grateful, A True Story, and I just stamped it right on the right on that cardstock right there. I think this is it. So Grateful, yep. And grab my block here, and I did that in the Early Espresso. And grab that and lightly tap here. Make sure. And then I'm just going to line it up on here, and I know there's dimensionals under here, but I push pretty firm and it gets it. And then watch, it's not going to work this time. It's going to look weird. Ha! So pretty. Look at the font on that. I just love that font. It's so pretty. And then, which ones? Those were the strawberry, the new strawberry slush. I didn't get those out either. These. Not those, these. And I used the clear, but let's use the strawberry slush. These come out tomorrow. These are new. I think these are an online exclusive. I want a big one. So I'm going to use, this is the petal, not the petal, the pretty pink, pretty and pink. So I'm going to use a large one and then two small. Let's put this up here. Oh, how pretty is that? That's so pretty. I love the shimmer that the embellishments give, and you still have that like a little bit of shine from those glasses too. Love it. All right, and we have one more. I added this because it's different. It's different, but I thought it was super fun and a different way to use the bag. If you don't like it as a bag, use it as like a basket for some of your flowers. So if you're a floral person, this is a really good one for you. So I'm switching this up to purple, and this one's pretty easy, pretty quick. So this is Gorgeous Grape. This is Highland Heather, and this is going to be our sentiment. And to get this back here, you see this background here? I stamped that. That's one of the stamps that is in the set. And where did my stamp all paper go? Here it is. I need that for sure. And for this one, I was going to stamp it Gorgeous Grape. So grab my Gorgeous Grape here if I can get it. There we go. My all my ink pads are straight there. And that's another thing. I will be doing a video at some point of a tour of my craft area. I thought that might be fun. Here it is. It's this stamp right here, the little flowers. I got all my stuff sitting on top of this thing. It's this one right here. It's really pretty. And I'm gonna get a bigger block for this one. I've got a piece of paper on there. I always do that, it gets stuck. And this I actually had a lot of fun with. I just inked it up and I went to town. Just went all the way across. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I wasn't sure at first about this stamp. I was like, oh wow, those are close together. But it's really pretty. And then for these sides here where you kind of have a little bit extra, or a little bit of the white still there, just do one or two of the side, the end pieces. Get that one. Let's see, I think I need to go this way. And if you get little tiny gaps, that's going to be okay because that's going to be covered. It's really kind of you probably could just do the outside and be good, but I liked going all the way across and the whole thing because just to make sure that it's covered should I not want that part covered. And then right here. Let's do a little tiny one here. And here. And here. So pretty. I need to wipe this off because this is a dark color and I will get it all over me. Are you guys like that? You get any dark color, especially red. Red or a dark pink like Melon Mambo. Whew, I get that on me. I think I was good this time. I didn't get any. Alright, so let's stick this over here. So we have our, isn't that gorgeous? How pretty is that? And it's going to lighten up a little bit too because it's as it dries. So, let's see, it goes this way. Right? Yep. So, I just glued this down and my glue is around here somewhere. It's just not working with me tonight. Let me get my tweezers. That might help. Get the little glob out. That worked. Here we go. Might have to take the top off because I left it sitting for quite a while. Alright. I'm just going to center this in the card base here. How pretty that is. It's so pretty. Then I took I did the same thing. I have the embossing on here. And for this one, I only did the score line on, or fold the score line on this outer part right here. I'm leaving this other one, I'm going to pinch it a little bit, but I'm not going to, I just want it to pop just a touch, but I don't want it to be too like burnished or whatever. I'm just going to cut this bottom piece off because I don't need it. You can leave it and push it under if you want, but I decided to take it off. And this is just going to sit right here. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I like the purple. And I just put a little bit of liquid glue. And I think liquid glue is really good for this one because it's going to allow you to kind of push it out if you don't get it exactly where you want it to be. Because you do want to make sure it's going to kind of go flat. There we go. Is it sticking down? Yep, okay. Then these are from our new Pretty Florals bundle. And I already had these all cut out because I did this the other week. So if you didn't see this, the Pretty Florals bundle, I have that down in, if you go in the description, I have playlists and you can go check that out. It's under Florals and it's also under all the lives. I have all my lives down there. So I just got a whole bunch of these out to see. Oh, that's so pretty. What I did first was I just started with these little tiny ones. Well, they're not tiny, they're smaller. And I used glue. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the little stem here. Just glue this. Whoops. These were just, I didn't cut any of these this time. These were just already cut. So I was like, hey, we're going to go with it. That way I can use them because otherwise they're going to sit in, I want to glue it here. They're going to sit in that little folder till I decide to use it again. Hey, Amy, how you doing? How was your class? Amy with a Y, who's on our team, our Stampin' Up team, she did line dancing tonight, so I can't wait to hear about that. All right, so I'm going to stick that one there. And then I have these pink. And this is Not So Shy Shamrock. I had a ton of these cut out. Oh, I'm going to put glue on here. And Shy Shamrock. So I was like, let's use the Shy Shamrock. This one I did the Garden Green and that's Granny Apple, I think. Yeah, I think that's Granny Apple. I don't think that's Old Olive. Just gonna stick that one there. Oh, you'll be going again for sure. Good. I'm glad you had fun. That's so cool. Yay. It's always fun to try new things, right? All right, and this one I do want to do a third one because it's going to be off to the side over here. And I don't really go in any order when I put these on. I just kind of put them on. Okay. So that one's going to go there. All right, so I am going to do a dimensional on each of these. Whoops. See, I took another one of those off. They stick together. All right. And I like to move these guys apart. What am I doing? It got to go in my bowl. Because it kind of goes, it lays like that naturally, but when I put it down, I'm just going to get it down here as, shoot, I got my finger on that dimensional. Come off. I kind of let it go a little bit natural, and then I kind of pop them out where I want them. I don't let it stay the way that it kind of naturally wants to. Oh, that's pretty. Then I'm going to do the same with this. Orange is a little, this is our Timid Tiger. It's another one of our new in colors coming out tomorrow. I'm so excited. There's a couple things that they didn't have in the pre-order that I really want. All right, I'm going to stick this in here. I'm going to do this guy right here. I'm going to pull him up here. Oh, that's cute. Let's see. I'm going to stick one of those. I kind of didn't like those leaves. Let's do, so I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. So I'm trying to get my odd number here. So let's do, whoops. We want that. Let's do the purple. Let's do the Petunia Pop. And you can see I already used this one on something else, and then I took it off because I didn't want it there anymore. So I just reuse it. It's a great, great tip. Just reuse your stuff if you decide you don't like it on the first place that you use it. Why are you not sticking down? Let's put in, I think that's what I did. I think I put a second dimensional on here. Darn it. because this one's a little bit more popped up. I think that's what I did. And yeah, that's what I did. Nice. All right, and I think I'm gonna do the strawberry slush. So you cut this piece out, and then you cut the piece that kind of goes in the middle. And I did not use my sheets on this one either when I did these. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. You can also do your seal on here. Glue is just a little faster at the moment. And let's see if I can line this up, because it's a little challenging. Let's see, I think it goes right there, right there, right there. How do you go? Well, you're gonna, it's gonna just go like that. How did I do this one? That's how I did it. This guy's just not over enough. There we go. Isn't that cute? I love the pop. And this is bubble bath. Gotta think about that. And then he's just gonna sit down there. So I'm gonna put a couple of these leaves down before I put that in there. Kind of zhuzh it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna shove this guy down here. Let's see, let's do one of these. And I just put just on the bottom because I like my leaves to kind of be flowy, if that makes sense. So, oop, you can't go there. You got to come back over here. You can't go over the side. There we go. Then, this is a good way to, if you have extra florals laying around, you can use this bundle and make a cute little basket of flowers. Thought this was cute. Stick this down there. He's not going to fit there. Go right here. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's cute, right? And then I actually put the dimensionals on the card because then I knew where they were going to hit. And I knew where it wasn't going to pop it up too high. And let's get that. I want it kind of lower because it's got to show the, got to see all those flowers, right? Hi Donna, you're in Australia. That's awesome. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, isn't this kind of fun to do it different? Yeah, I thought this was really cool. Give you a little different idea of how to use this. All right, let's stick that guy there. Let's put one up here. But I think I need to cut that one because that's a little bit short, or a little not very much room here, but it needs something there. There we go. Oh, that's cute. What do you guys think? That's really cute. I don't think I have another one of those bushy ones to go over here. Do I? Nope. We'll just put one more of these because this, I really liked that over there because it gave it a little bit extra. Oh yeah, that'll be good. We'll do this last one. You can also, if you don't like it popping out, you can dimensional it down. I didn't. It still pops up and down on this one. But you can dimensional it down if you don't like it. Well, I'll dimensional it down and you can see the difference. How about that? So let's just stick one of these puppies down here. Just going to lift it up a little bit. Stick that there. Oh man, it's stuck really good. There we go. All right. So you can kind of see the difference here. This one is kind of pushed down a little bit. It's got the dimensional, and this one, it kind of is a little bit more free. It kind of moves. So it's a little bit more popped up. So whichever way you prefer. All right, and then we're going to do our sentiment. And I did Sending Warm Wishes, and I did that in strawberry slush. And we're going to do that with the gorgeous grape there. And where did my stamp set go? Here it is. So, whoops, let's see. I'm going to do Sending Warm Wishes. Yep. Always got to check, because a couple of times I've gone to stamp and I didn't check and it was not the same sentiment. All right. Gently here. Get this one all over me. I'm just going to put this here in the middle. The font that they have with this bundle is just so pretty. Really, really pretty. All right, and then that's probably still a little wet. I don't want to smudge it. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. Hold it on the edge, just in case. You guys ever have that where your ink didn't quite dry and then you touch it and it smears all over the place? I do that a lot because I'm impatient. All right. And then I did just on the bottom the dimensionals. So I did one, this is the bottom, right? Yep. One there and one here. And then I'm just going to put a touch of glue here because it's going to glue to right here. And get this centered here. Push that glue down. Isn't that cute? I don't think I got that quite centered, but that's okay. And then, where's my lid to my glue? I used the same Strawberry Slush and Pretty and Pink gems, but this is purple, but I still have pink on it, so we're going to go with it. It'll work. Let's see, do we want, yeah, we want to do the Strawberry Slush. Uh-oh, one got stuck there. And let's do the dark. I think that'll look good. Purple and pink go together, right? All right, so I'm gonna stick one there. It's a large one, and then we'll do this one up here. And let's go, where do I want this one? We'll go right here. Kind of want to see them. How pretty is that? And it really kind of does look a lot different in different colors. I mean, it looks the same, but it's got a different vibe to it, I feel like. So pretty. Love them. All right, let's see what all we created tonight. So we have, this was the third. We've got this one here. And then, whoops, it was this one. And then our cute little purse, and it's got, can put our gift card in here. Get this in here. There we go. You can slide in there. Isn't that cute? All right. I think this one's my favorite though, but I love Petunia Pop. This one's pretty too. They're all really pretty. I love them. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. It's kind of hard to tell. Kind of hard to make a decision because they're all so pretty. All right. Hi. So just a reminder, my ordering special, $45. You will get the projects from the live tonight for free. And then $50 and over, I will send you an additional gift from me. And my next live is going to be next Monday at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be the Sweet Jar bundle. And it's a really cute bundle too. I'm really excited to play with that one. And catch the replay and chat. Yeah, definitely, Amy, because that this was a really fun one to create. I'll probably bring you one because you'll see in the beginning I made a bunch of them because I wanted to do different papers and stuff, so I'll bring you one tomorrow night too for our team meeting. And let's see, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all my socials. I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then also, I met my YouTube goal, and I have the project created, and I'm going to be posting within the next week or so the date that I will be doing that YouTube only live. So keep a lookout for that on Facebook and YouTube. I will let you know that. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you put this emoji down in the comments so that I can say thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys love these cards as much as I love designing them and making them. I always love to share with you all the tips and tricks and all the fun little things that I come up with. So thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me tonight. I really appreciate it. And I will see you right back here on Monday next week for a brand new video. Bye.